When you need that special night out, Bailey's is ready for you. Table and room reservations available. Visit Bailey'sPrimeDining.com. Sunshine and 6 today, clear and 2 overnight. For tomorrow, Knickers and Kickers Day, mainly sunny and 17. And on Friday, sunny, windy, and 10. Right now, 0 at 680 CJOB.
This portion of Geoff Currier is brought to you by Food Fair, with 5 neighborhood family-owned locations.
On Cannabis Legalization Day, our Public Safety Minister, Ralph Goodale, delivered some positive news for those people who have had convictions for simple possession. I want to let you hear a little bit about what Ralph Goodale had to say this morning.
As we go about changing a legal regime that has existed for nearly a century, there are many steps that must be taken in proper sequence. It is not a singular event like flipping a switch. It is a process. Part of that process will involve at least one more piece of new legislation. As previously indicated, we will be proposing another new law to make things fairer for Canadians who have been previously convicted of simple possession of cannabis. As a general principle, removing the stigma of a criminal record for people who have served their sentence and then shown themselves to be law-abiding citizens enhances public safety for all Canadians. It's good public policy to remove roadblocks to the successful reintegration of previous offenders. That principle is even stronger. It becomes a matter of basic fairness when older laws from a previous era are changed. Now that the laws on cannabis have changed, individuals who previously acquired criminal records for simple possession of cannabis should be allowed to shed the burden and the stigma of that record. So today, I am announcing that the Government of Canada intends to present legislation which, when enacted, will allow these individuals to apply for a pardon as long as they have completed their sentence. There will be no further waiting period and no fee. This will eliminate what are disproportionate consequences and break down barriers, which could mean greater access to job opportunities and education, housing, and even the ability to simply volunteer for a charity in your local community.
All right, that's our Public Safety Minister, Ralph Goodale, speaking just a short time ago. And our next guest is one of the people who might be affected by this. He is Kamaran Reddy. Kamaran, welcome. Thanks for being with us.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm well. Tell me how Ralph Goodale's announcement this morning will impact your life.
Well, it's actually great news, but really didn't like the language he used. So he's talking out one side of his mouth with one thing and out the other side with another. He's telling you this is so great, but you're a criminal. You did your debt to society. We got you. You did something really bad. We're protecting public safety. Do you hear the language he's using?
Well, yeah, I mean, wow. You know, at the time, you were breaking the law, right? That was the law of the day.
And I contest that too. That I knew better. Like just because it's a law. Some of these things were written 100 years ago under religious acts and so on and so forth. They're no relevance today. So I just happened to know better at the time and had to make this really difficult decision as a good citizen, as a so-called law-abiding citizen who does good things, doing good, being a good person in a community, and knew better that marijuana was not the demon they said it was.
All right, so
therefore, I had to be a criminal.
So
right?
what should Ralph Goodale have said this morning?
He should have said, we're here to take all these people's lives. We've ruined all people who are financially ruined, couldn't go out of the country, couldn't have these jobs, couldn't do charities, all the things he said, that we're sorry that we were wrong. And here's the reparation for said damages to your life. Like, people's lives are ruined. For a joint, for a gram of weed, stuff like that.
Tell me about how your life was negatively impacted by getting busted.
Well, I'm a musician. I couldn't travel to the States. Should I say any more? Was that good enough? Yeah. Does that cover it all right there? Right? And then never mind the job situation, right? Like to get a legitimate job and fill out that part, tick it off criminal, right? All that, right?
How long ago did this happen to you?
It happened in the 90s, so it was still pretty draconian. It was still pretty. It was in the 70s, but it was the 90s.
Yeah.
And then it was about cultivation because I had a small amount of plants for personal use, not for selling.
Right.
Just because weed was so expensive. Well, I can grow. I got a garden. I got tomatoes. I like growing things. Here's another herb, right? Yeah. It was very normalized in my world the whole time. I ignored this whole demonizing. I'm not a religious person. I've got no reason. Like Colorado and where it's free market, private enterprise, government gets the heck out of all of it. Leave it alone. Let the people take care of it. There's people who are experts and they love it and they care about people and they care about the plant and they all give you the taxes. So stay out. You own the taxes on the homes they grow in. You own the taxes on the equipment they buy, the supplies they buy. You own the taxes on the gas and everything in the hydro. So how greedy do we have to be here? Like, why be the sole supplier when you don't even know anything about it and can't even make proper legislation on it?
All right. So you think we've gotten this all wrong then?
Well, yay for decriminalizing. Right. Look at Portugal. Let's say Denver and Colorado. Let's take that model. Let's just go right up to speed without the learning curve, without all the penalties of loss of money and people. Let's go right to the top of the pile and start there. Like, look at that model. They're Americans. They speak English. They use the same kind of dollars. We have the same kind of, we live in the first world. That's a model we could just adopt right now. Private enterprise, tax it. Here we go. Let everybody roll.
All right, Kamaran, so it's sort of a good day, but not a fabulous day for you.
My life did not change today. Nothing changed in my life today, except I could have a pardon. That did change today.
Right. Will you apply for it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, just at least for that.
I applied for growing, right, because I want to grow my 4 plants. If I can grow 4 plants in Manitoba, let me grow my 4 plants, right?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't look like they're going to let you do that either, but...
No, I got the medical thing. I put the application in. I'm going to have my 4 plants.
Yeah, well, they can bust you for that too, brother.
Well, no, when they get to the doctor, that's the federal government telling you can have your 4 plants or whatever location.
Yeah, that one's still up in the air in both Quebec and Manitoba. But this, even a pardon is still not going to get you across the border.
No, and I've lived with it this long, and that's the way it is, right? Sad, huh?
Yeah, it is that. Kamaran, thanks very much. Appreciate you sharing that with us.
Thanks for your time.
All right, Kamaran Reddy, a musician who points out some of the flaws in the pardon system and the legalization system. When we come back, it's been a year since we lost Gord Downey. We still miss him.
Chromecast your favorite station with Radio Player Canada, where Canadian radio plays. Choose from more than 500 stations all in one app. Download free today. Information is everywhere, and it can be hard to tell fact from fiction. You can depend on Cjob to keep you up to date on what is happening in Winnipeg. Global news on Cjob. More reporters asking more questions, getting you more answers.
Aluminum.
Bring your scrap metal.
Aluminum.
To Urban Mine.
Aluminum.
Get cash for copper and lead and brass and steel and aluminum.
Urban Mine takes copper pipes, metal beds. Where's it go? I don't know. Get some cash. In a flash. Let it go. Get some dough. Stainless steel. Rims and wheels. Brass rings and other things. Lawn chairs, old beater furnace, and your water heater. Batteries and alternators, stoves and refrigerators. And
aluminum.
Turn your scrap into cash at Urban Mine. Get details at urbanmine.ca.
This is the sound of your vacation expectations.
Everybody say cheese.
But things don't always go as planned.